Youth Summit, where we'll have a few panels where the young people will be talking about mental health. They'll be talking about college and career. We also have community leaders here. Well, they'll be talking about what the youth want to see in the community. They'll be accepting questions from the youth and talking about what they're going to be doing in the community. And then we'll also have performances at the end. We'll be doing a raffle at the end as well. So a lot of exciting things going on today.
And then you said a few of the community leaders are here today?
Yeah, so we have like Orlando from the Boys and Girls Empowerment Group. We'll be having Ada Brown from Lady Echelon. And then more, of course.
Hi, my name's Antonio. I'm 12 years old and I'm in middle school.
Hi, my name is Ron. I'm 16. I'm a little high.
Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm in 5th grade. I go to Oak Brook Academy of the Arts.
Hi, my name is Skylar. I'm 14 and I'm from Pittsburgh.
Hi, my name is Anika and I'm 13. I go to Grange Middle School.
Hi, my name is Micaiah. I'm 14 and I go to Clayton Valley Charter.
The event is helping me focus on what I should be focusing on, and that's something I'm gonna need to use, especially when I have a job.
My top 3 reasons is it's very fun. You get to know people, you get to express yourself, you get to like help people out and like help the community, make sure everybody's okay.
My top 3 is probably the money managing and helping me manage my money. The trips and like getting out of my comfort zone and doing things that I wouldn't normally do.
From a parent, which means I was on every committee until I was able to be old enough to get a job, amen? So I did protests at 15, protests at 17, protests at high school, protests. And then I also did a lot of Martin Luther King parades, you know, see? Black folks know how to spell. You do protests, Martin Luther King parade, and then you go to college, and then you put everything that you learned in high school. And I went to San Francisco State University, home of the College of Ethnic Studies, and I got a degree in Black Studies. And community action is pretty much part of the curriculum. And so then from there, I started doing other things, and mostly the reason why we get into it is because we want either the same thing that we got when we were younger or better. So we see young people emceeing events, we see young women dancing, we're about to see some young women stepping, and we want those things to be options for the people that come after us, because we know that the community builds the family and vice versa.
Well, you weren't last. I had to collect my thoughts like our MC.
Amen.
So, I am a big part of the community because I realized as a child we had big brothers and sisters, we had the Black Panthers, we had all of that to keep us guided. And we have no guidance when we lost a lot of our leaders. So as a leader, like you said, the community becomes you. And you become that leader. You don't even know you're a leader, but you become that leader. And being in our community, I wanted our young people to know how important it is to take care of themselves, to take care of their health, to take care of their education, and to provide a safe space if they need to talk. Because young people go through a lot. We don't think about it, but they go through a lot, and they need a safe space to come and talk to individuals. I have 4 children. They've all graduated from college, which I'm very proud of, but I stayed with them, thank you. I stayed with them because I listened to what they wanted, and I pushed them in that direction. I didn't say, no, you're gonna do this. I pushed them in the direction that they wanted to go. So it's important to listen to our children at, I was gonna say BGEG, at Boys and Girls Empowerment Group. We provide a safe space for the children to come, to be a part of the educational program, to be a part of our summer program, to be a part of our food program, and to provide some semi-counseling so we can guide them in the right direction to where they want to go. So come to Boys and Girls Club. We got you.
Second question. How do you connect with diverse individuals and families within your community to understand their needs and perspectives?
By being inclusive and not having a closed door, being able to, make sure that communications are available for our residents, because everybody don't speak English. And so you have to be able to learn how to communicate on their level. And we utilize each other to do that.
Are you bilingual, sir?
Yeah, see, come
on, Raina.
But yes, just be inclusive, and open, and willing to just take that extra step. See, a lot of times people refer out, and people rarely hold hands to get you to where you need to be, and be there with you in the process. And so that's something that I like to pride myself on, is being there with you, foot to the employment office, to the wherever it is that you got to go to ensure that you receive the appropriate services that you need. So inclusiveness is the key.
He said it very good. Somebody asks you to walk a mile with you, you walk two. It's listening with the people in our community. We're all from Vallejo, one city, really one city, but we all know each other through family or some type of ties. I'm pretty sure everybody in here's cousin is E40. You always heard it. So just listening to understand, and it's not to push out any outsiders, but just hearing a lot of what the true community and what people in Vallejo are saying. We're grassrooted, we're from North Vallejo. We hear what they're needing. We see how we can talk to the homeless and then go talk to the mayor in the next second and tell them. We remove the bureaucracy that kind of stops programs from being developed in our community. We can be that third party. We can be the reform that we're asking for. So we talk, and we don't reform it off of what our needs and what our thoughts are. We go out there and we contact, and we communicate. We have different age, sets, religion, it's inclusive. Going out to talk to people and ask them really what they want. And that's really where you're going to hear it, is showing them that we love you. So really just showing love and loving on our community the way we want to be treated.
Walking, I think it starts by walking into rooms that they least expect you to walk in, right? And sitting at those tables, regardless if it's a high or tough conversation, but being in those rooms and taking up those seats, that's not meant for us. And that's where the true change really starts to begin. If we don't come together and unite as one and start to infiltrate a system that we already kind of know is not designed for us, then we are going to stay just gathering and talking about it. But we got to get into those seats where the real changes, in those rooms where the real changes is happening. Because I'm sick and tired of sitting in meetings where we don't have representation that looks like us. Right. So I think that's a part to make the attempt.
Yes. So we believe that connecting with the children and the families from diverse backgrounds and meeting them where they're at, asking them questions, what are their needs? And then knowing and having the knowledge of what their needs are and perspectives. And I think that is a great way of combining that relationship.
I think most of it has been said, but I would say that it's always worth trying to build bridges. It might not always land sometimes, but I do think it's always worth it to keep trying to build those bridges and to really show up in times of grief, celebration, and to be there, because when you show up, you really want. It's sort of like you see them and you value them, and you really want to be in community with them. So
one thing that I try to do, because I don't know everything, and I will tell you first that what I don't know, but because we ancestrally build things as a collective, it's okay to go to someone else for something that they have that you don't. I'm not going to pretend like I know something. Let me tell you, I will not, I shan't. So one of the things that is very important And this is how people like Raina are very important, is you know what you know, you do what you do, but you know the people around you so that that person, that baby can still be helped no matter what door they get into. Because what I'm not going to do, I do autism awareness and I do youth development, I do youth leadership. What I'm not going to do is tell you how to go find a senior living facility. That is not what I'm doing. That's not my wheelhouse, but I know somebody who got that wheel. And that's what makes the community engagement important, because you know who's in the city instead of going somewhere else and trying to pull them in.
An acronym for entrepreneurship and having small entrepreneurial ventures from a very young age, like in middle school with like candy and like socks and shoes and stuff like that. But that then eventually like turned into like actually wanting to have a business and studying business. So I went ahead and started studying that in university. In university is where I figured out the industry that I wanted to be in, which ended up being in the hydroponics industry. Not only for just the money that could be made, but also because I saw the impact that it could have and the value that it could offer communities like this, especially in urban areas.
What's up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Will. I'm an MC. I go by Will Believe. I know Raina. I met Raina back in 2018, but I'm a hip hop artist. I'm also an educator. I've been teaching since 2010. So 13 years of education, working with low-income communities, underserved communities. Thank you. And now currently I am a hip hop spoken word teacher, working through high schools, Richmond High, Kennedy, Greenwood, so Richmond schools and Antioch schools as well. So a little bit about myself.
Hello everyone, again, my name is Fahim. What ignites me? The passion of studying, education, growing up in these communities. I knew that education was a must. So when I navigated to understand the importance of construction was one of my fields. And this when I was behind the walls of incarceration and confinement, right? And I was always good with my hands. So when I came home after doing 31 years of incarceration, I came and helped build the Chase Center where you see Steph Curry playing basketball at. And from there, thank you all. And from there, I knew I was on the right path. Make a long story short, I learned how to value my time and my energy to put it into things that I knew would be impactful for the community. So what I began doing is became a board member. It's called Rise and Sun, a peer apprenticeship program in Oakland. So I help young men and young women navigate through workforce development programs to help them get jobs. And I've been doing that since 2020, helping young men and young women get jobs. And every day when I can see a young man and young woman graduate, whether it's juvenile hall, seeing this brother in Greenwood Academy, and doing other things in the community, it increases the passion, knowing that I'm on the right path of helping others. And that's my motivation. That's what ignites me every day. And again, I'm on a 100 Years Enterprise, which is a nonprofit organization, Wills at LLC, and Motivate to Help Others. So I do many of things.
Hello, my name is Alton Williams. I went to high school with Raina about a long time ago. And adjunct professor at Sac State, CSU, Sacramento. I teach in the criminal justice department. I've been doing that for about 6 years now. I'm also teaching in Los Rios Community College District, which is in Sacramento. And part of a program called PREP, Prison Re-Education. And so I teach inside Folsom State Prison and also Mill Creek. In addition to that, I'm the faculty advisor for degrees at Sac State, and also was the program coordinator for a program called Project Rebound, which we try to reverse the prison to education, the prison pipeline to make it prison to education. So folks that are incarcerated, they get out, they can come to university, and we provide wraparound services for them. And so the question was, what ignites my passion? For me, in terms of education, and that being my chosen field, was the classroom was a sanctuary for me growing up. Instead of having to deal with, you know, what was going on at home or the streets and things like that, when I was in that classroom, I could set those bag of bricks down, and it allowed me to escape and see that the world was bigger than my projects or bigger than the block I was from. And so that's what keeps me going in terms of my career, and what makes me want to continue to give back to others.
What's up, y'all? My name is Roy Tillery. I'm a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I am also a employee with the City and County of San Francisco, specifically with the San Francisco Public Library. City and County. So let's see here. I would have to say what I guess ignited my passion. So I have a background in communication. That's where my degrees in communication from school and all that. When I was a kid, I actually did not speak right away. So my parents took me to actually see like speech therapists and everything. So as a kid going through school and all that, I was kind of quiet. You know, I kept to myself. I only spoken to, that kind of thing. So I broke out of that shell when I got to college. Figured, hey, you know, at some point in my life, I'm gonna have to speak in front of people like I am right now. So it's best if I go ahead and try to work on that, you know, right here, right now. And that pretty much kept me on a path of going through communication studies as a major, going through college and keeping it all the way until, you know, got to grad school and getting my master's. So that's pretty, you know, what ignited me going through that.
How's everybody doing today out there? I go by the name of Rocky. I met Raina way back when. We come from the same community, same hood. Basically, so my program is called Block Family. And basically what united me or what united my passion was making sure kids and people that didn't have the network, getting in that network that they needed to get to the next level. Pretty much we take people, we take kids, entrepreneurs, anybody that's pretty much trying to get to the next level, we help them get there. We build them, we build their music, we build their catalog, show them how to connect with A&Rs and things like that, and that's what we pretty much do.
Good afternoon, everybody. How everybody doing this evening? My name is Gante Gaines, and I met Miss Raina about 2 years ago, financial literacy in juvenile hall. And I just want to say thank you for allowing us to be up here. What ignited me? Oh, wow. Let me start right here. I'm gonna go to the beginning. This picture right here, just turned 18, on my way to prison, 43 years to life for a double murder and a double attempted murder. Every day I look at this, and this keeps me focused, it keeps me grounded, and it also keeps me passing out and delivering the information that these youngsters need. I'm a part of 100 Years Enterprise, and what that means is 3 men did 100 years in prison collectively. So my passion is to reach every youth that I possibly can through my experience. So when I wake up in the morning, look at this. Starts my day off. 2 years after I got out of prison, bought me a home. I was hungry. Working. And I try to pass it on to every youngster that I can, that I teach, that I see.
For the next question, how do you manage your time effectively to balance your academic or work responsibilities with your personal life? And what strategies do you use to stay organized and avoid burnout?
I'm honestly still learning how to balance everything. I feel like as you get older, you get more responsibilities or different responsibilities. So you're still, training yourself, training your mind, training your body to be able to manage all these things. You might have some stress, but that's normal. And at least to avoid burnout, I would say definitely planning, having a planner, whether it's for school or for your entrepreneurial endeavors, and But I would say I'm still learning. But I would say having like some type of daily routine definitely helps with that. Like most people get up, they go to the gym, or most people get up, they read or they meditate, things like that. I definitely think that keeps you grounded, and that's important for avoiding burnout.
Yeah, I think just to piggyback off of that, like, I agree. Taking our time, because outside the world, outside your living space, the world is already demanding so much of you. And so if you don't take that time to just be like, yo, I'm doing this for myself, I'm gonna go for this run, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and make up my bed, first thing I do, just to kind of get my mindset in the idea of I'm in control of what I can be in control of. Not everything is in control of me. So knowing that balance, fine-tuning that, and forever knowing that I'm a student of life. So knowing that I got to be gracious to myself, easeful to myself, and just know that, hey, it comes and it goes. So you're not going to be perfect. My dad is 75 and he still gets up late, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it happens. So just continue to be human, be gentle to yourself, first and foremost, is what I would say.
Being a disciplinarian, I like to start my day off with prayer. Every morning, I wake up and pray. I give thanks and praise to God for giving me another opportunity to be who I am, to be authentic in myself, and to be true. Because oftentimes, we mask the hurt and the pain with what we're dealing with. So I learned what the young man just said, is to have balance, be creative. From there, after prayer, I go to the gym. Even when I want to, I had an incident Friday, I overslept. I usually get there 5:15, I didn't arrive at 6 o'clock. But sometimes we had a negative antidote on the side. I would call it an antidote because we use the negativity as a positivity, as something positive, right? What can ignite you? So that negative self-talk, and that negative self-talk was telling me, don't go. You can put it off to Monday. That's when I knew I had to get up. Because I heard it tell me don't do something, but I know it's good for me. So with that being said, being able to have balance, stay creative, and knowing that you are intentional in what you're doing and be genuine.
Yeah, excuse me. Well said. So I'm gonna piggyback off what he said. Is to definitely be intentional. That's important, right? I wrote some stuff down. Discipline, right? Being intentional, and patience, right? Is how you balance your time. And then, discipline having to do with building habits, right? And so building those habits until it becomes a part of your identity, right? That's just what you do. You go to the gym and work out, right? It's not a thing anymore when people come around you and see you, because that's just what you do. So, I try to balance, my personal life between my personal life and my work life for sure. Right, because it'll never be enough work. It's always enough. There's always work to do, and so I have to be able to focus, on my family, and that's time, right? Personal, balancing the social and the professional is really important. And sometimes, one outweighs the other, but when I wake up, I tell myself that your mind has to be stronger than your feelings, right? And so when you woke up and didn't want to go to the gym, you still push through, right? And so your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. And so that's my thing, is like, it's really important to tend to the garden of your mind, right? If you allow negative thoughts and those weeds to grow and you don't pluck them, it will overtake you, right? And so you gotta tend to your garden. And for me, it starts up here. And that has a lot to do with like time management and mental health, because if you don't take care of that, it'll be have a negative impact on your life.
Very well said. Real quick, because I forgot the last time. I met Raina when I was in college, like 5 years ago. So yeah, shout out to Raina at Cal State East Bay, formerly Cal State Hayward. So yeah, we got some years going. But I have to bring it back to that. Shout out to Raina. And as far as like time management for me, personally, I like having a planner, or I'll just say, writing something down. That seems to work better for me. I have my calendar in my room. I don't just see the days of the week on my calendar. I actually write. I fill it in on my notes, everything like that. It's just a way for me to kind of be repetitive. So each week in, week out, if anything changes, I pretty much refer to a planner on my calendar in my room. And as far as avoiding burnout, I would say make sure to allocate time, make sure to give yourself time to do a hobby or something that you find, very uplifting for yourself. No matter what, if you can make some time during the week to get to that hobby, whether it be going to the gym, playing ball, or doing something constructive, that's how you avoid burnout. Don't just make it all prioritized around work. Give yourself that leisure time, give yourself that time to enjoy and receive fulfillment from something else.
So this year I started something new. What I did was I started giving myself a word a year, and this year was discipline. Amongst like these two other guys said, I wake up and I make sure that I'm being disciplined towards my day. If I have too much on my plate, I take a step back. If it's too much going on, I try to find out what I can find positive within it. I got a 3-year-old daughter that's very active, so I don't really get the time to do too much, but when I do, I make sure I have everything scheduled in on my calendar. I have a calendar on my phone. We have these smartphones. You can pick up everything right off your smartphone. Everything goes towards my email. If it don't hit my email, I have a third option that goes right to my iPad, anything like that. But yeah, just staying disciplined and staying on track, making sure you hit those gyms and making sure you connect with yourself. Sometimes when we are doing business, or sometimes when we're doing things in our life, we ask for an amount of abundance, and we get that abundance, and then we don't know what to do when we get that abundance. So when you catch that abundance, just take a step back and just understand that everything's gonna be all right. And just continue to speak positive thoughts into your day, and it'll continue to grow. So that's all for me.
I gotta agree with everybody on this panel. But first of all, your intentions. For me, I make my intentions, what I'm gonna do for the week. Time management, I plan my day out, day by day. But in my head, like I said, Monday, I get up and plan my day for the week, but each day is something different because things come up. So sometimes I have to take a step back from work and from my mentorship program that we deal with. So for me, I take a step back because just being out in the world, there's a lot going on. So if I plan my day throughout the week, like I said, something always comes up. So I have to have some time for myself, then for my family, and then sacrifice. Don't be scared to make sacrifice because we can't do everything every day or all week or all month.
For everybody.
For everybody, yes.
And the quickest way to fail is to try to please everybody.